You never know when they might explode. In just about every home, there's a potential ticking time bomb. The devastation that can be unleashed in a matter of seconds is scary.
Deadly, dangerous, destructive. Lithium-ion batteries, and they can be found in just about every Australian household. This alarming video shows just how volatile they can be, shooting blazing bullet-like missiles in every direction.
You can see how as the battery breaks down, bits of the battery disintegrate and get shot out at great speed. When you see them shooting across, it's almost like a tracer round, you know, moving a projectile, moving at speed with flame.
In recent months, there's been a spike of lithium-ion battery fires across the country. This was a delivery e-bike repair centre in Sydney southwest, destroyed. For New South Wales Fire and Rescue Commissioner Jeremy Futrell, it's an evolving danger to the community and his firefighters.
Lithium-ion batteries are so frequently included in so many different devices, whether it's small personal items, whether it's tools, whether it's transport items like bikes and scooters, or even battery energy storage systems for people's homes. And what you can see here is just how incredibly fast these fires develop.
This e-bike exploded during daylight hours at a crowded Sydney backpacker hostel. If it happened in the middle of the night, it could have been catastrophic.
You don't have time to stick around. The best thing you can do is get out as quickly as possible.
We've been incredibly lucky that these things haven't caused more loss of life.
And as you've seen, you don't have very much time at all to take action if something does go wrong.
Firefighters locked in a frantic fight to hold back.
This Brisbane home went up in minutes after an e-scooter exploded on Australia Day.
When a lithium-ion battery does catch fire, it goes from being inert and benign to suddenly a very intense, ferocious fire.
Clearly, the biggest danger right now are e-bikes and e-scooters.
You get the phenomenon called thermal runaway, and that's where it becomes a self-generating fire, that each part of the battery breaks down, generating so much heat it triggers the next part.
Faulty batteries manufactured in dodgy overseas factories, damaged or wet, it doesn't take much to turn a lithium-ion battery into a lethal weapon. Last week, an 8-year-old Perth boy was lucky to escape injury when his e-scooter started hissing before exploding.
Get away from it, kid.
Lithium-ion batteries can be found in most electric products, from skateboards to power tools and vacuum cleaners.
They're very efficient at storing energy and very efficient at being able to store energy in a relatively small space, and so that's why they're so popular.
Even once a burning battery is extinguished, it still poses a significant danger, spewing toxic gases and chemicals, and have to be immersed in water for days.
And so one of the biggest risks with a lithium-ion battery fire is that even after it looks like it's out, the reignition is a real risk and concern.
It's got firefighters across the globe worried.
We're working closely with other fire services, particularly in North America and the UK.
This e-scooter burst into flames on the London Tube. Luckily, everyone got out.
New York City is ground zero for e-battery fires.
We have reached a point of crisis in New York City.
In New York City last year, 18 people died in lithium-ion battery fires.
So this is a universal issue.
New York firefighters Frank Lieb and Danny Murray are touring Australia, spreading the word to our firefighters about the dangers.
2021, 4 deaths. 2022, 6. 2023, last year, 18 deaths. I called New York City like the laboratory for the lithium-ion fire problem.
This blaze happened in an illegal e-scooter repair store on the 20th floor of a Manhattan apartment block, even though e-bikes and e-scooters have been banned from the building.
We rescued 2 civilians from the fire department.
Frank Lieb, was there.
Who in here has had the privilege to save a life or pull somebody out of a burning structure?
While lithium-ion batteries are a focus, there's a new danger: disposable lithium metal batteries which explode in water.
We have been extinguishing the lithium-ion battery fires with water. A lithium metal fire, it reacts violently with water. So we haven't quite figured out how we're going to handle that.
While a dry chemical extinguisher puts out lithium metal battery fires, ion and metal batteries look the same.
You can't tell by looking at it. They all look the same. So do we hit it with water or do we hit it with a dry chem?
Here are some tips to avoid disaster when using lithium-ion batteries. Don't overcharge or leave them charging overnight unattended. Don't charge them on beds, sofas or around highly flammable and insulating materials. Use only compliant and approved charging equipment. Avoid dropping, crushing or piercing lithium-ion battery cells. Store devices like e-bikes and gardening tools outdoors, not in bedrooms and living spaces. And critically, never try to put out a lithium-ion battery fire.
The best thing people can do is to get out, call 000 and get the fire brigade there as quickly as possible.